Primeshock presents
Plugged In.
Oh. Hey everybody. Yeah, well, what can we say? On my end, I just hit start streaming, and after like 30 seconds, everything decided to just lock up and blue screen, which hasn't happened to me in quite a few weeks, so the timing was pretty great. Bart's webcam is a little wonky right now. That's because we had
it should be good in a few seconds.
Yeah, it will pop right back to where it should be, but that's just a little issue.
It's a glitch.
It's a glitch.
Which we usually tackle before the stream, but due to Thijs' shitty computer.
No!
I will be larger than Thijs for a few seconds.
I'm glad we managed to fix it, because I was afraid the stream would just stop and we had to make a new one, which would have taken a lot more time. So, yeah, let's hope everything stays alright now. I can see the chat flowing in. I'm looking at the different screen here. Okay, yeah, people are seeing us. That's great. All right. Let's see. Bart, how do you look? Still a little...
Still not quite right.
Not quite right, but you're getting there, I think. You will get there. We decided to do a little feedback stream for you guys. Because
a demo drop.
A demo drop, yeah.
Yes.
We get a lot of requests for please listen to my track. Do you have any feedback? And we love to listen to it. But we decided, well, we have Plugged In right now, and we saw some other YouTubers do it as well. Why shouldn't we do it? So that's why last Monday we did a post, right, Bart?
We did, and you sent in quite some demos. We picked a few, and we will be checking that out. This is even worse.
Wait, maybe this is... Hey, I think you're fixed. Oh, no, you're not.
I don't think I'm fixed. I'm just sitting more to the right.
Yep. Oh, well.
Okay.
It will be all right.
It will be funny. I will be in my little corner here.
You can just go away if you want to. If the music sucks too bad, you can just blame it on your webcam, but you secretly just go chill in the living room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yeah, nice demo. Oh, you didn't see me. Oh, no, yeah. Okay. We're just messing around. Let's switch to FL.
Let's switch to FL and see what you guys send in.
People are asking if we that's already set up nice.
It's
we're joining in on the Blackout Wednesday.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what happens if you get a blue screen in between. Let's see. We did get quite a lot of tracks, to be honest. We got a lot more than these, but we asked specifically for download links, because, you know, we have to download it and put it in FL. So if you send in a demo just as a YouTube link or a SoundCloud link without download, or with a download with a hype edit, then sorry, we didn't download it. We're not gonna be fans before we listen to it. So that's pretty much the message right there.
And if we listen to the track beforehand, we did.
Your sound was a little wonky. What did you say?
Oh, no, I'm just wonky.
The stream is wonky.
Someone asked if we listened to the tracks beforehand or if we're going in blind. And we did listen to them. We just skipped through them.
Yeah.
To see if, yeah.
Exactly. And
if
by the
works.
way, the demos, the deadline was this morning at 10 a.m. In the morning, but we got a few more tracks, I think, by Wobbleice in the chat as well. We just
Yes.
downloaded it and put it in. We're not sure if we can get to them, but we'll see how far we can go. And otherwise,
Yes.
I don't think this is gonna be the last feedback stream. So we'll see how far we can get. You're lucky to be in there anyway, because you were too late.
D-Tunes tells us we should normalize his track. No, you should normalize your music.
It's
you should
normalized,
master
but
it. You should master it beforehand.
It doesn't make that much of a difference.
It doesn't make any difference if it's normalized. It sucks anyway.
You
So
know what we can do if he wants. If he wants
Nah,
to,
just kidding, man.
we can just.
No.
It's mastered now. There you go.
Put a sound goodizer on there as well.
We'll listen to that. No, I'm not gonna do that to him.
Okay.
That's not nice. It's normalized. Okay, it's
Just kidding.
normalized. You know,
D-Tune should be able to take it because we put a track of him and
Forever Lost
in the last power mode. So
hell yeah.
there you go.
Burgers and fries. And that
Burgers
was a
and
really
fries.
great track. We loved the vibe in that one. Shall we just start off with with a little
We wanted to start off with our first collab when we were Solo X.
Yeah.
To set the bar.
Your
and
mic is
to
flipping,
show you-
maybe, Bart. Just
Oh.
just a tiny.
Sorry. I was eating the mic, basically. But we are starting off with our first collab, like I said, because we want to show you what it could be like if you're just starting off, or
Yeah.
if
It's not that bad if your music isn't sounding great yet. Everyone has to come a long way before you're.
it's not that you start off.
No.
You you don't start off as a professional producer. You start off basically in your bedroom most of the time. So
I still sleep here.
yeah, but that's not because this is your bedroom. It's just because you're a producer junkie.
True. Yeah, so let's start. We haven't heard this track by ourselves in a long time. And
This is
there's-
from 2014.
Yeah. This
I
was
think.
our first official collab together when we were still solo.
Yeah, just
There's a lot of stuff that could be better, I'm sure. We'll skip through it.
Definitely.
Here we go.
We are each a nation, independent. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
You can hear the low end is so thin. I'm not sure if you can hear it as well, Bart, but it's
not
just-
really that. It's not well produced.
No, and the reverb is a little weird. I think we had quite some tricks already around this time, but it's just not yet there.
Could you close the fab filter for me?
I'm sorry.
That's all I'm seeing. Thanks.
All you're seeing is the fab. Let's go to the climax part, and then we can just talk a little and go to
Yes.
the real demo.
We are infinite.
It's clear that the high end is also way off. There's this little kind of screechy thing going on right
Yeah,
here.
man. The EQing on this, it's all over the place, and not where it should be.
I think we made this track at your place by the time.
I'm pretty sure we made this track completely online.
Oh, yeah. I think that's true. I think Bomba was made in your.
Bomba was at my place. Yeah.
Oh, this one was completely online. Oh well. Yeah. So there you go. That was our first collab together. let's just go to the first demo we received. This one is by Adves featuring Joski, Our World. We'll just start right here. We'll listen through it. Maybe we skip a few parts.
I will try to give my best possible feedback mixing wise, but it's really hard to hear with this quality because the sound keeps dipping. I don't know why.
Yeah, it could be because of the sound sharing we're using. Oh well.
Probably. Doesn't matter.
Go. Enjoy. This is Adves, and he's in the chat, I believe. So.
Is Adves in the chat?
Yeah, I can see him. He says, "Oh shit, I'm in the playlist." Well, here we go.
Oh my god!
You're the first.
Well, there
one.
you go. You get the honor of being the first one.
Let's go. Okay, let's go until there, because otherwise we won't make it to every track.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, what is your first comment, Bart?
I really liked the energy in the mid intro. Melody. It's cool. Can't really remember it anymore. It's a pretty good track already.
I think this isn't half bad. This is it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember the vocal from somewhere. Not necessarily the lyrics, but I do remember this vocalist. Yeah. I'm guessing it's from a sample pack. And you can take it from our hand that using sample packs especially for vocals will already make your track less unique.
Yeah.
Which
really
isn't it isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think to stand out, you want to have your track be as unique as possible. So having unique vocals will definitely help with that.
Yeah. And maybe using vocals from a sample pack, we do that all the time, but we try to do something with it to make it really unique. Sometimes we even make them say completely different stuff by just mixing up the sentences. But I like what you did with the vocals because they sound well mixed. So
that's true.
I think
so. It's not necessarily how to use them, but just taking different samples in the first place.
Exactly. I really like the mid-intro energy as well. I feel like the kick is somewhat short or something. It's rolling, so that's good. You get this drivey feel. But I feel like maybe I'm not sure if it's the low end or just the crunch. It could be a little longer for it to sound a little more pumping or something. By the way, the mastering I think is pretty alright because it looks like fat sausage. So I like that. I really don't have much to say to this one, to be honest, aside from maybe looking for something that makes the track really unique on its own and memorable.
Make it more recognizable as an obverse and Yoski track.
Yep, Yoski. I never heard of your name, but I think with this quality, it's just a matter of looking for something that makes it really your thing, and then you could be growing real fast because quality-wise, this is really pretty good. Oh, another thing that I found was in the climax build-up, you have this melody part right here. And then afterwards, the real build-up starts, but it sounds a little empty because the leads go away. By the way, the leads are a little bit too sissy
on the high end. A little bit too much on the high end.
Yeah,
I thought it was because of Discord, but
no, I'm hearing that too. But right here, everything kind of drops away, and it's something I think Caltech does this as well, really dramatically.
Yeah, but there needs to be an uplifter or a sweep.
Exactly.
Something really building up the tension, which is missing.
Just building up from this point all the way to there, and there's also
because you want people to be as hyped as possible right before the drop.
Exactly. You want to get
that they're really expecting
the dance floor.
The drop to. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a sine wave underneath here, which is like the bass sound, but it's really so it doesn't have drive at all. Maybe sidechain it with the claps and the snare, so it starts pumping, and then you already have a little more of the.
Does it pitch up?
Let's see. No, there's just a noise sweep going up and the percussion building. So try to find some more ways to build that tension and really get that dramatic energy lift off, so that when the kick comes in, everyone goes mental.
That's what everybody wants, right?
Yeah, exactly. But
for people to go mental in your music.
Good job, of first. I like it.
Yay!
Primeshock. Sign of pretty approval. kind of approval. Still needs a little work, but it's already getting there. That's a good sign of approval.
It's a potential approval.
Yeah, potential approval. I like that.
Guys, could you share your different screen for because I'm seeing 2 times as well.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Wait, let me.
I wanna see you. Yay! See?
I think. Wait, do you?
I'm still seeing 2 times as well.
Oh yeah, wait. I need to switch this one. I'm sorry, guys. This is what you get when
Thijs gets a blue screen.
When there's a blue screen in between. Okay. So
yay! Now I'm seeing that I'm still in the corner.
Okay. The only thing is now I cannot see the YouTube chat anymore. So
doesn't matter. I will
thing.
I will look at the YouTube chat.
All right. The next track is.
People are saying our voices are quite quiet compared to the music.
Maybe.
And I'm seeing that you have FL like full on with the volume. So perhaps
decrease.
Probably because you hit Control Z, it put it on full volume again.
That could be. Okay, let's hope it's better this way. The next track is a remix of a track.
We don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
It's ID Busaton remix. Busaton? I hope we're saying that right.
Busaton. It really reminds me of a Dutch singer. You probably don't know because you're probably not Dutch, but that's an assumption of me.
Marco Borsato.
I hope your first name is Marco. That would be so awesome. This is a Dutch joke.
I think,
probably
by the way,
everyone who is not Dutch doesn't get this.
Yeah, but I think if this is the track by the one that sent in the demo, we did get an email by some Marco Busato or something. Something that sounded really close.
This is really nice. Oh, nice.
It was something that was really close. So I hope someone in the YouTube comments knows. But maybe this is a track by Marco Busato. Let's just get into it. This is ID Busaton remix.
Go.
Let's end it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm really hearing cool ideas in this track, but to keep it short, I think the sound design needs some more work. I think mixdown wise as well, but that probably comes with the sound design already.
Yeah.
And the arrangement. Oh no, I'm not allowed to say arrangement. The structure of the track. The structure of the track is, I mean, it's not really. It just goes from the break to, I think, the melody. I can't really remember, but it's also all of a sudden needs to have some more logic to it.
Yeah, and even though it's kind of feeling like all of a sudden, at the same time it feels like there are not really that many surprises until this glide loop part came in the second climax.
That's true. The first climax is pretty, I wouldn't say boring is not the right word, but
it's just not,
there's not really much happening.
It's not really as much alive as it could be.
That's true. It's very repetitive.
Yeah. I think the sound design could use some work, but I like it has a really unique vibe to it. It's very floaty. Yeah, and it also reminds me of the old Sci-Fam tracks. So Techno Boy, Tune Boy, especially the mid intro, this kind of stuff.
I was kind of thinking of
reminds me of Steam Train or something like Techno Boy.
I was kind of thinking Wasted Penguins.
Yeah, also. Wow.
People are saying the original is by Sweet Clubbers. I remember that name from back in the days.
Oh, I know Sweet Clubbers.
Is he still producing as Sweet Clubbers?
I think I saw a Sweet Clubbers track on E-forik Hardstyles like a week ago or something, a new one.
All right.
So I think so. I used to listen a lot to his music, to be honest. Really, the dreamy, trancey.
Yeah, this is really dreamy hardstyle as well.
Yeah, and now I get it. It sounds a lot like Sweet Clubbers. I think that's it. So it's kind of Italian sounding, kind of emotional, Wasted Penguins sounding.
Somebody also told us we should use sidechaining compression so that people can hear us when we speak while playing music. But that doesn't work because I'm calling in on Thijs' stream. So I'm also the audio that we're playing on his desktop.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work. We tried.
It's a little hard because of the setup.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is also a plus because that way we can't interrupt the music with our annoying voices.
Exactly.
Hey.
By the way, this build-up, I really like the sound design that starts right here. The deep stuff that's happening.
Yeah, it's really.
But I'm missing something that builds it up towards.
Yeah, that's true. There's some percussion, sweeps.
But also,
I think there's only this high glidey synth. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the only thing that introduces the drop.
Yeah. And also the rest of the sounds keep playing underneath right here, which makes it hard to have this separation between the building tension, this pre-drop, and then when the kick comes in. So I would suggest just empty out those four counts, those 4 beats. That already gives a little more space because it's all about giving every element of the track a little bit of space to get the energy and the vibe rolling and to get the driving track.
Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Next track. I think this already will help this producer a lot.
I hope so.
Next up, this Track Shifters Galaxy.
Yeah, so is it a track by Galaxy called Track Shifters, or is it?
I think the producer's name is Track Shifters.
Track Shifters.
And what we said about the first track, how being original and using original vocals and stuff already helps a lot. Having an original artist name also helps. And when I saw Track Shifters, I saw Tone Shifters at first. So that's a thing to keep in mind. Not saying you need to switch names, but
yeah,
I mean, that's what I first saw.
Using parts of your track the same, or the parts of your name which are the same as others, isn't that bad. But this one ends with shifters and starts with a T. So the first name everyone will pop on in their mind is Tone Shifters, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for example, Rewald and Wild Styles both use Wald, but completely in a different way. So
exactly, Primeshock
there you go.
And Shock.
That's some free. Yeah, fair enough. Here's some free advice, not even on your demo.
Exactly. Yeah, for the demo you gotta pay. We'll send you a payment.
It's included in the DLC. EA.
Okay, next track. No. Okay, here we go. This is Galaxy by Track Shifters.
Yes.
Today, creator of the universe, we ask that you come to us and share with us a strong communion of love. We know that your real name is love. That to have a communion with you means to share the same vibration, the same frequency that you are. Because you are the only thing that exists in the universe. Today, help us to be like you are.
All right.
Really gives me cyber vibes.
Cyber all the way.
All the way, yeah.
Which isn't bad, by the way, because he kind of
quit.
Well, he's still producing. He doesn't perform anymore, but I'm not hearing as much music anymore.
No.
But it's still better to come up with something of your own. That said...
Yeah. I think I also recognize the vocals from a cyber track, so that really helps.
Oh, really?
to sound like a
that
cyber
could
track.
Be,
so.
could be. I'm not really sure, but at least the glide leads and the pads and the drum
I mean,
rolls.
it's also really dreamy hardstyle, which is still pretty popular, I think.
Yeah, and could be really cool on the dance floor. Because I think the structure of this track is pretty alright. There's a clear
I think
build-up.
there's something not quite right about the mastering, because I mean the climax, you hardly notice the kick is being added.
It sounds as if there's a fruity limiter on the master, but I'm not sure if
something like that.
If Track Shifters produces with FL Studio. But that's a common problem producers have. They leave on the fruity limiter or put it on some other limiter, but don't tweak it the right way, which makes it sound really watery. And to get the balance with any sound by then is really hard, especially if you're doing it while producing the track. Afterwards, you can just tweak it and then it will be all right.
And also the lead, it's a bit too
loud,
too thin.
Yeah, and loud. It's a bit too thin. Maybe add a few supersaws to back up with chords.
Yeah.
Or maybe there are already chords underneath, but we're not hearing them because of the
yes. That could also be the case.
So yeah.
Not so much to say on this. I mean, the structure is there, the ideas are there.
It sounds good.
It sounds already pretty good. It just needs to have some more fatness to the sound design, and the mixdown needs some work. But I mean, that could be done for you.
Yeah,
it's not.
Although I suggest doing it.
It's better to do it yourself, definitely. Yeah. But I
You can
mean,
learn from.
having the idea for a track, that's way more important.
True.
But this also, I mean, we both said cyber all the way, not really working in your advantage to stand out.
Yeah.
So
if you wanna make sure that you get a fan base, a following, people liking you for your kind of music, and maybe even get booked on a certain festival or main stage or whatever, always try to keep in mind, okay, what's point one, what's gonna get the people moving, because that's what they're for. They're there for a party. And point two, what's your added value to a festival? Why should you be on a lineup? Because if you sound like the second Cyber or the second version of someone that's already there, why should they book you if there's already a first and probably better first version of that DJ?
yeah.
So, something to keep in mind. It's always good to aim for a sound, and then you can improve upon that. But this one sounds really a lot like Cyber.
Yeah, man.
So
If you learn how to produce a perfectly good sounding cyber track, if you can do that, then you already have the knowledge to make something of your own.
exactly.
So it's not bad to start off with this, but eventually just try searching your own sound if that's what you're going for.
All right, the next one.
Next
is...
up, the worst demo send it. No, just kidding.
We're giving him a
DJ.
hard time.
Yeah.
D-Tunes.
He has nothing to complain.
No, that's true.
He has already been featured.
He's getting plenty of attention. he made a bootleg of Crystal Lake Circles, or he's working on it. I think this is version 2. But I don't believe Circles is that old of a track yet, is it?
No, I think beginning of this year, ending of last year, something like that.
Yeah, I can even imagine the artwork right in front of me. So and
Yeah,
it
it's
cannot
just
be old.
Kunis logo, pretty much.
Yeah, Koen's the infinite. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, let's just listen to it and see if we got any feedback. Here we go.
Yes.
There's no wrong and there's no right. There's no in between. No matter if it's day or night, we always make a scene. It is all too real, it is all too much. Don't know what to feel when I feel your touch. All the endless fights tearing us apart, tearing us apart. 'Cause we're together but still feel alone. We are running in circles, walking the wire but never move on. We are running in circles. We used to be crazy, so crazy in love. Tell me, where did it all go wrong? 'Cause we are together but still feel alone. We are running in circles.
It's a little long.
We're together but still feel alone. We are running in circles, walking the wire but never move on. We are running in circles. We used to be crazy, so crazy in love. Tell me, where did it all go wrong? We are together but still feel alone. We are running in circles.
Okay.
I
Well, what to say about this? I mean, I already like the vocal and the melody, but that's basically the original.
yep.
So
I like the
The
sound
f-
design on the lead. I think it sounds
Yeah.
pretty clean.
So I think we need to give feedback on the things that he remixed or he added for his remix.
What did you do to this? No. Explain yourself.
Oh, the melody isn't the original. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, the melody is different.
I don't. Okay.
The melody is
okay.
better, I think, this one.
Okay, okay.
So I like
Fair
that
enough.
improvement. I'm searching for... right here, you end the break.
Well, good melody then. Yeah.
And this takes... I mean, I could grab a bear in this amount of time at a festival. So...
Well, do keep in mind that the feedback we're giving is what we would have done differently. It's
True.
not necessarily something that you should do, but we try to keep our whole track interesting throughout the whole song. So there shouldn't be a boring part. So things we would do already for this track, at least what I think we would do, is decrease a whole lot of things which take up a whole lot of time, like the melody introduction. Yes, make it twice as short. Exactly.
Something like this. And
Okay, we're so much in sync.
maybe also...
And this build up also half of the time.
something like this. So let's
That's pretty much how we would do it.
We're together, but still feel alone.
This is gonna-
We are running in circles. We're together, but still feel alone. We are running in circles.
Of course, it's a little over the top, maybe.
Yeah,
could-
you can't do this with the audio clip.
No, and of course you can leave
but,
this
but
maybe
you,
like this.
You do get the point. And D-Tunes is saying in the chat that he likes long tracks. And I get that. I mean, this is what I used to do when I didn't perform as well. Or maybe you are performing, I don't know. But when I wasn't performing and when I was still solo, I used to make this whole lot of long film, like
Cinematic.
movie kind of cinematic breaks. And then when I got my first gigs, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play my own tracks, and the whole crowd, you could barely call it a crowd, but the crowd that was there was like, this is boring. It's taking way too long, and they didn't know the track, so they're like, okay, this is new, and it's constantly in a break. So
It sounds
Yeah.
great at home. Don't get that
Yeah.
mistaken. To
I
have
mean,
a little more of an
Spotify-wise,
extended track.
Spotify wise, this will get you more money.
But it's not
But you
that much money, to be honest.
No, that's true. But it's not really something you should make your music on.
No. Well, you could do it. I mean, this is just our
But-
opinion.
This is how we would do it. But then again, we fit in like 27 tracks in 1 hour. That's not something most people do. So
From our
but this is what
experience-
we would change.
From our experience, it's just that euphoric hardstyle works really well still on the dance floor, even though some people might say it's dying or whatever. That's just total bullcrap. But having energetic euphoric tracks and making sure that the attention span doesn't get stretched out too much is really important these days at the parties. And people just, they start dancing on a climax, and most of the time after like maybe 8 beats they already kind of stop or get tired, unless you're playing a real hit that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And if you keep that in mind, if you do something like this, which just, it goes from 1923 to, so this is 5 seconds of psh. I mean, imagine being on a party and wanting to have fun. It's just a little too long, and
Yeah.
there are easy ways to counteract that. It's all a matter of opinion, though. So, production-wise, that's another thing. I feel like this could work pretty well if you master it correctly. The leads sound fine. The stereo spectrum sounds cool. I'm not really hearing anything that's really
no, it's a good bass
sounding though.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But it's hard to do that with a remix. But then again,
True.
it's more important to do that with a remix.
True.
Like make it your own.
Yep.
Now it's just a Crystal Lake track with the detunes, kicks, and leads.
Exactly.
And a different melody. Apparently, I thought it was the original. I'm sorry.
I like this. You did a good job, man. Okay, so that's it on the detunes track.
Yes.
By the way, let me know if you used the Hercules synthesizer by Fruity Masters in this one, because that would be pretty cool. I know he and Fruity Masters are friends.
Oh.
So I would imagine he might also use that synthesizer. We use the synthesizer as well.
Oh, Remco is saying, I'm up next. Could you also listen to the second climax and the break in between?
Yeah, sure. We'll just...
Also, you can skip the first intro.
So I think...
I mean, you mean the mix intro?
This part, I guess.
We always skip those.
Here we go. This is... Oh, I'm sorry. No introduction yet. This is the remix by Revolt of Promises. I think this was a contest, right?
It was, yeah.
So you didn't win, so it probably just sucks. No, that's so mean.
That's mean.
There were a lot of people doing sending in tracks for that contest. So I think a lot of music just was really good, but just not there yet. We'll listen to it. Here we go. This is the Revolt remix of Promises. The melody is a little bit dissonant, so I'm just gonna skip to the climax. I like the effect you did right there. So you wanted us to listen to the second climax?
Second break
and climax.
I'm sorry if I did what you asked me.
right. I think I prefer the second climax over the first climax.
Me too. What to say about this? I think he already nailed the structures. I mean, you pretty much know how a hardstyle track goes, and how you can like make it mixable for a DJ.
I think
So that's
too.
good. You also have some sound design, which already, I mean, it already kind of works. But I think the most important thing about this remix that I'm hearing is that it's not really in tune.
Yeah, some of the
I think the vocal isn't in tune with the melody, or the melody itself is not quite right.
yeah, the melody and the chords are kind of off. At some points, they work. I think in the second climax they work a lot better than in the first
Yeah,
climax.
that's true.
So try to maybe look up some chord MIDIs so you see in which kind of musical spectrum you're working. I'm not sure which key Promises works on. I think it's maybe G or G flat. So
I
that
think
there's a
G, yeah.
certain kind of notes that work in those chords. And
Yeah.
if you get familiar with them, you will hear why the melody might sound a little off, or why it might work instead.
Yeah, just like work on the music theory.
Yeah,
Theor-
and you don't have to
theory.
read a book for that. You can just
No.
have fun and make music, and you will get better at that. Because I believe my first melodies when I started producing were really bad, like insanely bad.
Yeah, mine weren't that good either.
Yeah, and we managed to pull through, so don't worry about
And
that.
there is also a whole YouTube community for music production as well, with tutorials.
Yep.
D-Tunes is already saying in the chat he has a lot of tutorials.
Yeah,
And there are a whole lot more. You don't necessarily need to go to hardstyle tutorials. You could also go to different genres, and perhaps you can take something from those and incorporate those in a hardstyle track.
Yep, something like that.
I mean, go crazy.
Go crazy. Go crazy. Go stupid. What?
Yeah,
It's a meme, right?
but keep within the musical boundaries of what works.
Yep. Otherwise, people will click away. The sound
Yes.
design is not bad. Could be a little better, especially the mixdown. I think in the mid intro, for example, the lead still has lows. So if you have your lead sounds and screeches and stuff, make sure you give them a low cut of around, I don't know, 180 hertz, something like this, so that the bass part is clean for the kick, which makes the track sound a lot less muddy and just
Yes.
cleaner, and you can get it louder. And
Then the only thing in a drop that will have bass is the kick, so that will
Exactly.
come through into the mix
Yep.
way better. And otherwise, because I can see that Remco wants to have some tips for his kicks. Well, that's one that will already work wonders, I think.
Yeah.
But you can also look into, there are a lot of sample kicks from high quality producers, which you can look into. I mean, analyze those, see what works in those kicks,
Yep.
see which frequencies they're boosting their stuff, like
6 to
try- yeah.
800, 600
yeah,
to
something
800
like that.
hertz, a
So
little
try
crunch.
to look at those. That's what I'm saying, and take what works and what you like from that, and incorporate those in your own kicks.
Hell yeah. Oh, and a little tip as well with the kicks, because I think they weren't really that bad. They could be better, of course, but in the second climax you go to a really low key because of the chords you use. But I feel like on the bigger speaker systems, it sounds better to stay within a certain boundary of how low or how high your kicks can go.
Yeah.
So for hardstyle kicks, I would suggest don't go lower than D. I think that's already too low. I would say E is like the
E,
lowest,
yeah.
E4, and then go up at maximum to E4 or E5. So you have an entire octave you can use. But right now, I think sometimes you went to maybe a low
D sharp
or something.
I don't know.
And that sounds already a little less good with any kick you use. So if you use the best kicks in the world, even those keys won't work. So make sure you pick the right key for your kicks.
If you stay within a certain boundary, it already will sound more energetic.
Yep. So I think that's it for this track. I hope you can do something with that.
I think he was pretty positive about the feedback in the chat. So
nice.
Good luck. Next up,
good luck.
Alex D. I think I saw him in the chat a while ago.
Okay, Alex D.
Alex D. Ecstasy. Oh.
No, it's
sorry.
LXD.
Yeah.
He made a track. It's called Silence. Let's just.
But it's not silent at all.
It's not silent at all.
He was lying.
Can we
all the time.
Can we do something so that?
No, don't do this.
Okay.
Okay, turn up the. Nah, no, just kidding.
Turn it up.
No.
Here we go. This is LXD Silence.
Yes.
It starts pretty silently.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Well, I have a sort of suggestion. And that is this. Before we decide either to save the planet or to destroy it, we pause for a moment of silence. I mean real silence. Before we decide either to save the planet or to destroy it, we pause.
Some heavy shit.
Yeah.
Well, I have a sort of suggestion. For a moment of silence. Everybody stop thinking. Before we decide either to save the planet or to destroy it, we pause for a moment of silence. I mean real silence. Before we decide real silence. I mean real silence.
Well, I think oh, silence. Go on, 1 minute of silence? No.
No.
What I think about this track, it kind of reminds me of B-Front.
Exactly
way.
my thought, but in a good
Yeah.
way, and not like a copying way, I feel.
No, it's kind of. I mean, it's pretty raw. I like the kick. I think the vocal, I wouldn't use it. It's pretty boring. That's why they skipped the break, I think. You don't want people to skip your track. So I would suggest using a more energetic vocal. Something that isn't like from an audiobook, which is meant to let you fall into sleep.
Yeah, or do something with the vocal which makes it more exciting. Our track, The Jungle, is kind of a boring vocal. But what we did with it is we made it into a different story, and we used a lot of effects to make it
energetic
fit within the rhythm.
Yeah.
And also a little thing that we did on there, which this vocal could use, is we added a little bit crusher, so it sounds more clear in the top end. Because right here, right after the melody played, the vocal comes back, but it falls away within the mix because it's really dull sounding and old sounding.
I think it also could use a limiter. No, not a limiter. RVox.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. Is it a multi-band compressor? I don't know.
No, it's just a vocal compressor limiter all in one.
Yeah,
so
limiter.
It could use some limiting and compression.
Yeah.
Because you can see it. I think what LXD did is turn it up really loud right here, so it comes through.
Yeah, so sometimes, especially at the end, I mean, it says something like "really," and then it shouts into the mic.
I mean,
But
real.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. You want that to be just as loud as the most quiet parts.
Yeah. Well, this track isn't mastered, I think, by the looks of it.
Nah, fair enough.
But you can solve it by, the vocal is really loud at this part, but I think it's just a matter of making sure that it's mixed in well. If you have a cutoff on the leads, so there's space in the high end, and then you make sure that the vocal has a little more high end as well, so it peaks on top of it, you can keep the volume pretty even while still hearing what the vocal is saying.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Another point I wanted to make was the leads. I think it sounds like it's just one synth.
No, I think it's multiple, but they could be a little fatter.
Yeah, I think you could.
Sorry.
Yeah, it should be more fatter.
Yeah,
that's basically what I wanted to say. I wanted to go more into detail, but
more fat.
More fat.
More fat. Just add a sausage fat. No, don't do that. But I feel like the structure of the track is cool.
It could work.
The melody.
I would
cool.
make it. I would make the break shorter, but
yeah,
that's taste.
This part, maybe make the talking part a little shorter, or make it more exciting, and especially because the lyrics are talking right here. And then if you repeat here,
if you're standing at a party and you have a beer in your hand and you're talking with friends, it's not something you would like. Oh, I know this track. I'm gonna sing along or shout along with this vocal.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it's just gibberish.
Yep.
In that case.
Agreed.
So I wouldn't make half of your track the vocal.
Yeah, so I hope you can do something with that. Good job, anyway. I think.
Yeah, good job. I think there's
something.
definitely potential there.
Yep. Okay, the next one is called Virus, Facebook version 1 or MPV 1. I'm not sure what that.
I
means.
hope it doesn't have the Facebook compression though.
Oh nope. It's by E-forik. And he has been making quite some cool stuff lately, I believe.
Yes, I've seen that name a few times before.
Yep, he's doing some good stuff.
Okay, enough with the talking. Go.
Okay. Here we go. Enjoy. This is E-forik Virus.
Because isolation came down on Alice. It's come and gone now to survive the virus. Here we go. It's called Five the Virus. It's cold and cold to survive the virus. Here we go.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, it's really good. He is in the chat. So
Welcome.
he isn't in the chat.
Oh, he
no, he
isn't.
isn't. Sorry.
What?
I was saying that's too I was saying that too fast. People are saying in the chat that the vocal is from Fruity Masters.
Oh, they had I think also some sort of a challenge, right?
A vocal pack or something. Doesn't really matter. I think the vocal doesn't really decide if the track itself is good. It does help though, but
I like.
I think I liked it at first, but it's being used too much.
Exactly.
It gets annoying eventually.
It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here.
Yeah, it doesn't really say
way.
that much. It's being used the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The only difference
it's too
is
much.
at some places there's this vocoder layer underneath, which sounds really good. But I think we had the same problem with our collaboration with Jay Reeve. Get it? At first we used the vocal in too many places, and eventually we just got to really creative stuff and edited it into some more of an FX kind of style. To have variation, and I think that's something this track could use to
make it
stay
more interesting.
Because the second climax break, I skipped that because I was just like, okay,
I know this.
I know this part. But I think
and
sound design.
you want to keep people interested.
Yep. Yeah. So maybe leave it out and put in something like like a radio vocal, something that says something about
However,
the virus.
The rest of the track, I mean the lead sounds pretty good. I'm not sure if it's of the streaming quality, but a bit too much high end, but
a little too much high end and a little too wide.
Okay, I can't hear
there's a layer
that.
in the mono missing, I feel, or it's maybe just the way the stereo separation is. It could use a little.
But
more
I did
in the
like
center.
the lead sounds, the kicks.
A little, but too much of the low bass on the kicks.
Okay, I can't hear
that
it.
could be a mastering thing.
I mean, if that's the feedback,
I like the
you're pretty much
bass.
there. But I think he was playing. Yeah,
That's good. Nice and deep and modern sounding, yet also kind of old sounding.
yeah. But I think he was supposed to be playing at the purple of DEF CON, so
He's a talent, guys.
I mean, he doesn't really need the feedback then. He's not even in the chat. That's how much he cares.
That's how much he cares. And if he just keeps up, he could be playing Red in 2 years. That's what we did. And then
what
the
we
virus
were
came.
supposed to
What
be
we were
doing this
suppo-
year.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Just keep
this
up.
month, actually.
Yeah. Well, he can watch this part back and then
Guys,
he can see.
shall we skip? Because, I mean, it's already 20 minutes past 9.
Okay, we gotta go.
We're halfway through.
Well, we're a little further, but we gotta speed it up a little. Okay, this is okay. Wait, Across
This is
the
Across the
Sky.
Sky, hard edit by Izzy.
Oh, okay, so it's by Isaac Izzy. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Good,
Across the
good name
Sky,
convention there you got there.
I think it starts right here. Right? Oh no, maybe it starts
No,
here.
Across the sky.
Yeah, it starts here, I think. Okay, enjoy.
Across the sky.
gated kick.
Across the sky.
A bright and colourful light illuminates the sky. The northern lights were upon us. For a few minutes, different colours were spread across the sky.
Is this text to speech?
It sounds a little bit like text to speech, and then then it gets layered with across the sky. Right here.
Across the
we'll
sky.
What?
Go for the melody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go.
The sky opened up. All the clouds were suddenly gone. We danced to the beat of a hardstyle drum.
Across the sky.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, nice. In sync again. So I think I wouldn't use text to speech because you had a pretty good vibe going on at first in the break. And right at the time that the text to speech vocal started to play, I got sucked out of that vibe and I was like, okay,
Yep.
don't really feel this anymore.
It sounds
So I-
kind of gimmicky because of that.
Yeah,
Some
it takes the seriousness of it.
yeah, some tracks work with text to speech, but they are supposed to sound robotic or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Like Suika 16 or 14.
Yeah,
I mean,
or-
they use text to speech as well, but in a good way.
Old Wasted Penguins tracks or the recent Skeptic, I'm Still Here, I think. Or was it
I don't
I'm Still
know.
Here? There was a
Could be,
Skeptic
could be,
track,
yeah.
which also had text to speech, but it was used really creatively with auto tune and glitch
Yeah.
effects, which made it fall into the concept. And right here, it kind of blew away the concept.
Yeah.
The gated kick is cool. It kind of gives me Raven to Space vibes, but it
Yeah.
the mix down isn't that great on it yet. You can see the punches. There's a really loud kind of peak right here, tick,
Yeah.
and the tail isn't actually. It doesn't have that much bass.
Yes.
Also a matter of mastering, but
The mixdown could be improved a lot.
could be improved. And also
The
some-
melody is kind of random. I
Yeah.
don't really follow it. And the lead design or the sound design in general could be improved as well. But I think the structure is already kind of there.
There are
I mean,
a few
sometimes-
mistakes. I think.
Sometimes it's not really logical. Sometimes it is logical.
Yeah.
So I think just keep on producing, and eventually you'll start noticing what works and what doesn't work.
Exactly. I think the ideas are really good and could work.
Yeah.
And the vibe before the text to speech vocals was actually really cool. So
Yeah, so
just
just keep improving on that.
find what works and stays within the boundaries of what you're trying to make.
For the time's sake, shall we skip this track for now? Then skip to the next one. My English is really bad when I don't think ahead. So
skipping.
what I want to say is, shall we continue to the next track?
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
I already.
Yeah,
said it.
you're
I
already
was
there.
like,
Okay, go.
Should we skip this one? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't skip this one. That would be
Really,
that would
not
be
nice.
mean.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is Tria.
Try and Chaos.
Yeah, I think Chaos
Chaos.
sent in this track. Chaos.
Okay.
Never look back.
Never look back. Okay, so we will forget all the tracks beforehand.
Here we go. Like this a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, thank you, D-Tunes,
I'm not sure.
for your.
Yeah, it came in on the stream as well. D2.
Yeah, nice. Thank you,
Donated.
D-Tunes.
Thank you so much.
You're so sweet.
I think this
Those
is actually
are some
the
frikandel
first
broodjes.
donation. Yeah, 10. No, I'm not sure if it's 10.
Oh, those are 5 frikandel broodjes.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Thank
for the
you.
support. It helps.
Well, continue with this awesome track.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've been looking for a way out. I can't find my way now. I just need you by my side. Lately, I've been thinking, baby, we could get away and never look back. Never look
This is really good.
I want to hear a second climax.
Yeah, it's too
But
short.
It's not there.
I don't really have any feedback. As the only feedback I would have is finish it,
Yeah.
because it's not finished.
I feel
But-
like the main kick could use a little bit of tweaking, but it's really looking for issues right here. Oh, and the reverse bass in the mid intro is really good. Just maybe a little too dirty or clipping right here, but that could be the mastering. But
I thought
Other
I
than
heard
that-
something. I heard some weird white noise in the mid intro, but that could be you streaming the audio to me.
that could be, yeah.
But apart from that, it's really good.
I like it.
Is the vocal original?
Not sure, I haven't heard it before.
I haven't heard it either, but it's of a really high quality. So I mean,
we're impressed.
If you're, yeah, we're impressed. I mean, if you are a new name and you have this high of a quality of a vocal, yeah, it's from a sample pack. He says, okay.
Okay. Well, then it sucks.
Good. No,
no.
that's not true. But good thing on finding it, because like we said before, sample packs aren't bad. But if you're using vocals that 10 other producers already have used within the same genre, then you're not gonna stand out. But this could stand out.
Yep. I like
So finish it. And if it's as good as this when it's finished and when I hear it in high quality, I mean, it could go in the pre-selection of a Power Mode episode. Doesn't mean it will make it into Power Mode, but I mean, that's the first step.
This is on the level what we're looking for that kind of stuff.
Yes,
So
yes.
good job. Okay.
Next.
This is a track by Binary System. It's called Engines On. These guys were working on different names before. I think it was Zygoma or Zygoma and Pace or something like that. But they're working on under the name Binary System for now.
All right.
Let's hear it. Here we go.
Hurry up, pack your bags and run. We need to get to the docks before the morning sun. Engines on special fly around. The earth doesn't guide us the
Right. I like this one. It's
Yeah.
got some kind of 2010 noise controllers vibe to it. Something like that. The melody kind of feels like the euphoric hardstyle from those days, and I like it. I think mixdown wise it could be a little, or maybe sound design wise it could be a little better. When the kick pitches, you can hear it starts like it isn't as solid. It kind of starts wobbling. The amount of bass is right there though, so that's good. The lead sounds could be a little thicker, but they sound pretty okay. I think same feedback as we had with what was it, with the E-forik track. The vocal comes back a little too many times.
Yeah,
I had to skip through because we're running out of time. But
yeah, I did find it less annoying in this one.
Yeah, because
but maybe because there's less emphasis on the vocal.
Maybe.
I did think the mid intro kick, which you also use for the outro, it's not really pumping.
No,
it's kind of It doesn't make you want to move.
No, which is really hard with the triplet kind of kicks to get, because it's a matter of getting
That's
the
true.
phase right. But the idea is good. The way it's in the track right now could be a little better, maybe, because I started to feel it more when the second kick came in, which is the normal kick. This one.
Yeah.
That one rolls
It's
a little
better.
better. I like the computer kind of sounds in there, which also fits their name, binary system. So,
Yeah.
which could be something they can do in every track in a subtle way to make it their own kind of vibe and style. Just a little free tip.
Who knows?
But I like it. I remember a few tracks of them before this one, and I can hear them improving. So,
All right.
You're doing good, guys. Keep
So,
it up.
Keep on going.
Keep on going.
Next track.
Next track. This is the
Rewalds.
the
Is
final to
Rewalds in the
last.
chat?
Rewald. He made a track called "Love You." Well,
Is this the last one?
no, it's the final to last one. There's
I
also,
was saying, like, we kind of wanted to quit around this time, but I mean, there's only 2 tracks left.
let's start with this one, because I know that this "Love You" track was actually pretty good. So at least we end with something that was.
Oh, this
Yeah, I'm not really sure,
so
but
basically, you're saying that the remix from Soundwars Brothers we're gonna listen to right now isn't good. That's basically what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I know that "Love You" is probably a little better.
Okay.
It's a feedback stream. I can share my opinion. I forgot. To
Yeah,
turn
I'm just
on the
messing
light.
with you, man. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, you go
but
do this next.
Let's I will get a blue screen as well. Let's
I'll not.
normalize it first. I'm in this peak.
Oh.
Okay, just turn up the volume then.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's just brothers, but then stretched out.
I can do that as well.
We could have some fun with it.
No, don't do this. We're all guys.
I'm sorry.
You know, stretching such long tracks already takes a lot of time.
No,
Dash.
no, I'm sorry. All I'm saying is the stretching doesn't really sound that good. Maybe use a different algorithm
That's true.
to do that. It sounds.
I'm not sure if this is only the stretching. Where did you get the Brothers track from? It sounds like it's from YouTube or something.
Yeah, it's maybe thin. 192 kilobits.
It's about now.
Okay.
What?
I'm not sure. what
Yeah,
that-
so I think you pretty much used the original track and added your kicks to it and sped it up.
Yeah, and stretch it out in the beginning. I think
Yeah.
the bass track, like you said, it sounds a little thin, so it might not be the highest quality. And if you stretch that out on the wrong stretch method, it sounds kind of watery and tinny at the same time. So maybe look into that. So you keep the.
If you do this kind of kick edit, make sure you get the wave or the wave version of the track, so that you have the best quality from the original track.
Yeah, when
then
listening
you
to
can-
this, we can see that
you can
the
see that
spectrum
it,
is cut.
it already ends. Yes.
So it stops around at
So
around
pretty-
14 or 15k. Which should
Wobble
be
Eyes,
21.
tell us how high was of the quality was the MP3 you worked with? I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say 128 kilobytes per second.
128. Is that an existing number?
That is. So you're gonna go with 192?
Yeah. Oh, 128. I thought you said 182. Sorry.
No.
Never mind. I forgot to turn on the light, and now I'm really getting kind of dark. Oh, we should round off the stream. Let's go to the last track in the meantime.
Yes.
I think,
last
by the way,
one.
the idea Wobbles is pretty cool. I think
Yeah.
Soundrush would like to play something like this. It could just be done a little more on the high quality with the
just-
right
just
bass
work on
of
it.
the track. So,
Hey, Rewalds.
Keep it
Here
up.
we go.
Rewalds, love you.
Love you.
Let's see if we
Radio
love it.
final edit.
When we began, I saw a brand new sky, a delicate dance between just you and I. Each day I find another way to love you. You're on my mind, just need to say I love you. Each day I find another way to love you. You're on my mind, just need to say I love you. When we began, I saw a brand new sky, a delicate dance between just you and I. Each day I find another way to love you. You're on my mind, just need to say I love you.
That was
Alright.
really good.
That's some.
I really love the vocal on this one.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of a Disney bootleg by Datwikas or something.
Yeah, it gives me those vibes as well. The kick kind of reminds me of a Devon Wild kick, and I'm not sure if it's
if
a
it's
really
self-made
yeah,
or
it's
sampled.
a really typical kick. So I would try
Yeah.
to make a kick that's more of an more sounding like an own kick. Even if this one is made by you, which is entirely possible. When I think of Devon Wild, immediately it means they could have also booked Devon Wild.
Yeah.
Sound design is great. Furthermore, I think the FX kick right before the drop could be a little heavier. It's a little It's a little
Oh,
thin compared to the main kick, which is really heavy. The vocal cutting part in the second break, a little bit of Adrenalize style, is really good.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we meant with if you use a vocal, don't use it over and over again. Do something with it, make it more interesting. And
Yep.
they or
You
he
nailed it.
or she, what should I say, Rewalds? But they actually did that. Something I would do differently is the introduction of the melody. I mean, it's very energetic towards that introduction, but when the melody is being introduced, it's really slow.
Yeah. So this break is
And that's
really
probably
cool.
because the melody is halftime. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or is it halftime? Nah, doesn't matter. But it's really slow. It should have something to make it more energetic.
compared
at
to
least
this
in my
part,
opinion.
Compared to
Yeah.
the part before with all the claps and drums going
Yeah.
on. Yeah. But that's an arrangement thing. It could also be something of taste.
True.
I think
true.
it sounds really good.
That's why I say that's what I would change.
If this would be finished, it could also maybe go on a list for Power Mode, I feel.
Yeah, it should be a little more energetic then.
Just a little
I think.
more, but it's getting
Quality-wise, quality-wise, definitely.
really close.
But I'm really interested in the vocal. I mean, did you arrange that yourself?
Can we buy it? No.
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 But did you arrange it yourself? Is it a sample? Is it a bootleg, or what is it?
Is
Tell
he or
us.
she or they in the chat? I'm not looking.
Yeah,
at
I
the chat.
am. I'm
Oh.
seeing Rewald's official
Ah.
typing all kinds of
Well,
stuff.
then it has to be the original one if it's the official. It's not a
Yeah,
faker.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
I think.
Or
I'm,
perhaps the official account.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, it's from a
impressed
sample
with,
pack, okay.
I'm pretty impressed.
I
with all
mean,
the stuff
we
got.
have 2 vocals from a sample pack which we haven't heard before, so that's good digging.
Where did you find those? We need.
Where did you find? What's the sample pack called?
What's
Nah. It's a really good vocalist. I think is it from Splice then? Because it kind of reminds me of that Suikas, and they use a lot of Splice vocals. So that's
Maybe-
probably it.
Maybe it's a new one from Splice because we haven't been looking at Splice for quite some time now.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with Splice. Everyone's looking at it. So
we
if
kind
you
of
use a
stopped
vocal,
looking at Splice.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I think
D-Tunes is really sucking up to us. He's saying our English is really good for 2 Dutchies. He wants to buy another place in the podcast, I think, guys.
I would like
He's
to
gonna-
order a burger and fries. Well,
Oh man,
thanks,
it's probably
man.
because of the burgers and fries. I mean, he just knew what we liked: burgers and fries.
Oh yeah.
That's what
You
helped.
gotta watch out for this guy. I think.
No, but thank you, D-Tunes.
Yeah, I think everyone in the chat and everyone that has sent in music can be pretty proud of themselves because
Yeah,
I think
really good.
in every one of them there's potential, and some of them are better than the others, but that's something you would expect. The first track was by us, and I think that was one of the lesser tracks compared to some of the stuff that's in here already. So, yeah, you can be proud of yourselves.
So in 6 years, you'll be doing this demo drop yourself.
And we will be sending in tracks because we lost our touch.
Could be.
Or not. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I think we can do this more often. So if you have a track and didn't send it in, or if you...
Should we do this more often? Let us know in
True.
the comments. Let us know in the chat. Should we do this more often?
Before we make any promises, and
Yeah.
we have to know that people like this.
We should be able to get enough demos.
True.
What is the demo email? The demo email is pretty basic. It's demo@primeshocklive.com.
You
I
could
will
type it out.
drop it in the chat.
For now, you might get an auto reply with subscribe to our YouTube channel for this stream. I will turn that off later. So if you send in already,
Yeah,
there-
but you can always send in demos. They'll just pile up, and we'll check them, but perhaps not give feedback if we're not doing a stream like this.
yeah.
So
Sometimes we give feedback, sometimes we don't, and it's not due to the track. Sometimes we're just really busy and we don't have time.
Yes.
We can listen to it and we listen to everything and we organize if it can go into power mode or not, but we don't really have time to give feedback
Yes.
sometimes. So sorry.
To take out a snippet of what I said, we always listen to everything that's being sent to us, just so you know.
Just so you know. If you don't get a reply, it sucks. Oh, we're being so mean between
No,
the lines
you're
today.
being mean.
Oh,
You're being
now
mean.
it's my fault. No.
Yes, it's always your fault.
It's my fault. I got the blue
Nah, I was being mean as well, but you're being mean more often.
screen. Okay.
That's because you have the controls. You were stretching all those tracks.
Hey, and we got a new subscriber.
Oh,
It's Remco. So that Remco, that was who was Remco?
the noise controllers.
Oh yeah,
remix.
it was the
Promises
it's
remix.
Revolved. Nice. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome to the club. I think that's it for tonight, though. Let me switch to the dual cam.
And I will need to go back to more.
And
Oh man, my English. Thank you for pointing out our English was good. Now I'm not good at English anymore. But yeah, this is it.
I should have put on. I should have turned on that light I was talking about. I just
It doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter.
Kinda
I will
dark.
turn off my lights.
Yeah, that's better. Maybe I can.
What a difference.
I can do this. This already helps. Just open up a white tab.
Just open up Google.
Just open up Google. Okay.
Google orange light. Orange.
All right. Orange.
Do it. I mean, this is really fun.
All right.
This is what I did for an interview when I didn't have a
Let me.
light.
I need to open it on a new tab.
Full screen orange.
Whoa.
Whoa. Have you been
I've been tanning.
tanning?
Nice. No, I prefer this.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're stretching this way too long. Everyone, thanks for
We always are.
plugging in. This was a lot of fun. We hope you learned something because, yeah, that's what we do this for.
That's actually the point of this whole stream.
That's the point. We'll see what we'll be streaming next week. We're not sure. We'll be together in the studio next week.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
maybe we can do
yeah.
something with that. If you have any suggestions, let us know or tag us on
Perhaps
Instagram.
we'll do some gaming
Who knows?
or a studio session, but we'll see. Probably not a demo drop because we already did that this week, and people need to improve on with the feedback we gave them.
Yeah, don't be that guy that sends in a track a day later, like, oh yeah, I improved everything, because that's impossible.
That's impossible.
So yeah.
Yeah, this was it.
This was
Thank
it.
you for tuning in. Thank you for plugging in. And
in the
we
corner.
will.
You're in the corner.
No, I'm watching in the camera.
Wrong.
wrong side. Oh man, that is why you get a blue screen.
I'm
Now
sorry.
I have to position myself differently.
I'm so sorry.
Well, thank you for. Okay, I'm gonna do this in a different way. Thank you for plugging in.
Now I'm all on my
Oh
own.
man. Oh, why are
I can
we
just
so?
I can just
why are
turn
we
you
like
off.
this?
Wait, let me see if I can just.
I think if you.
There we go. He's gone now. No.
I think that's no.
I just muted you for a second.
Okay. Turn the camera off once again.
No, because she won't be hearing you as well.
Do it. Do
You're
it.
just gone.
Do it.
Okay. That's it. He's gone. But you won't be hearing him either, and I don't think he knows that he's inaudible right now. He's back.
Oh man.
We gotta
Okay.
round this stuff off.
Yeah, for real now.
See you
Thanks,
later,
you do.
guys. Follow us on the socials because we like followers, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Primeshock presents
Plugged in. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.